Okay, I assume if you looked up this video that you're having trouble with your 2000 to 2005 Neon. They're not a bad car, but the obvious things go wrong with the transmissions. Either they won't shift out of first, or they don't move at all, like the transmission's completely out. The first thing that you want to do is change your transmission fluid and filter. Always use ATF plus 4. It's more expensive, but these cars have to have it. To get to the top of the transmission, you have a bolt here, a bolt behind here. Just pull your mass airflow sensor off, get it out of the way, take the tube off, and that bolt. So when you're ready, that bolt will be out. This hose is disconnected from that, and your mass airflow sensor is pulled out of there. Once you get that, get a bungee cord. Pull your air box up if you don't want to take it all the way off. Secure it back. Now you're looking at the top of the transmission. I believe that is your output speed sensor. In between the two rubber lines is your input speed sensor. Both of those can go bad. It doesn't hurt to pull them out, clean them off. The output, I found metal shavings on this one. These are your transmission lines going to and from your transmission cooler, which is another thing that goes wrong. It's usually the first thing that goes wrong. The cooler breaks inside and it fills the transmission full of antifreeze mixed with the transmission fluid, and your radiator full of transmission fluid mixed with the coolant. And when you look in your radiator, you can see the mixture. It's bubbles of transmission fluid in it. The other thing is take the pan off for your transmission, which is right here. I think there's 10 bolts around it. Pull that off, and in the bottom of the transmission pan, it'll look like Pepto-Bismol. You can take it in and have a mechanic flush the system after you replace the radiator, but I've had mechanics tell me that they can't get it out of the torque converter anyway, so just go through a few filter and oil changes or transmission fluid changes. I did that, and after I got the radiator in and changed all the fluid, changed the coolant, it ran for about 20,000 miles, and now, from reading on the forums, either my output sensor is bad and or my input sensor is bad, or this right here. You can see a number 10 bolt there, and there's the wiring loom. right there that plugs into it. The new parts. This is the transmission shift solenoid that we looked at last. That's where the wiring loom plugs in. That is between $150 and $180 at Advanced Auto. Here's your input and output speed sensors. They're real simple. It takes a 1-inch wrench or socket to take them out. When you put them back in, don't crank down on them real hard. They'll strip the plastic threads off. Like I said, make sure you're using automatic transmission fluid +4, ATF +4. This is the transmission filter. Make sure that when you change it, make sure the old O-ring stays on or comes off with the filter. Here's the gasket. We'll show that later. This shouldn't be too bad of a job. I think to begin with, I'm going to change one sensor at a time, go out, try it, see if it works. If that works, then I probably won't put the shift solenoid on. So, part 2 will show changing the speed sensors.